Might not think too often about water, but it's really important. And when we've had droughts and hot weather, as we had recently, then particularly for your gardener, then you really do start to think about water and where it's coming from and how much you're using. So many people have one of these, a water butt. So this is one of several. I'm a little obsessed with water butts, so I've got quite a few. So this collects water from the house, holds about 250-300 litres of rainwater. I'm also looking at how we can reuse some of the grey water, some of the wastewater from the house. So I'm looking at up here where we've got the water coming from the bathroom, how I can hook up a pipe and maybe store some of that water or use that water in the garden. Let's go and have a look at some of our other water butts. This is a really useful butt for us here. We couldn't fit in with the space an ordinary barrel shaped one, so we found one which you can attach to the wall here, and it's quite slimline, only holds about 100 litres, but it's a really useful one for us. It's important to have one here because the roof space above is quite big, so this collects a lot of water, and increasingly what we get in the UK is, instead of those slow steady rain showers, we get a great big downpour, and with a downpour the diverters on an ordinary water butt can become overwhelmed, so you lose a lot of the rainwater. This captures absolutely everything, which means it fills up really quickly. One half an hour rainstorm can fill this up totally, and that's important as well. It stops that clean rainwater going down the drain, and in the UK it's about 3% of the energy needs go to treating clean and wastewater, with about 1% of that with the treatment of wastewater. So this saves a lot of energy by avoiding water going down the drain to be treated as waste. We can also use this here, so it has a tap on the bottom to fill the watering can, take that around the garden, and because it fills up quickly, I use it to fill up another water butt which is not connected to a drain pipe, and we've got one of these over here, and this is that water butt. So it's not connected to a drain pipe. It can be, but this one here, it's got a couple of holes in the top, and these lift out so we can put plant pots in, and then I can use a bucket and fill it up with water there. If you were more technically minded than me, then you might be able to figure out a way to rig up a solar powered pump so you didn't have to carry it by a bucket. That's a little bit beyond my capabilities, I think. So that one's really useful as well. This is another one of our water butts. It's quite a slim one, so it fits along the side of the shed, holds about 350 litres, and we've got to put some guttering along the shed. Worked out that we could, on an average year, get about 2,000 litres of water. So it all comes down into here, and then any excess runs off down into the garden there as well. Other things that you can do to help save your water: this is moss that we raked out of the lawn earlier in the year. Put it on the top of the pots, and it acts as a mulch to help prevent water loss through evaporation, so that helps minimise our use of water. Tomatoes are quite water hungry plants, and so they do need regular watering, and you can help minimise your water loss by putting some sources or drip trays, seed trays, anything like that as containers underneath the plant pots, and it helps capture that runoff and minimises the amount of water that you need.